Hi everyone, it's Darlene. Today I am honored and excited to be participating in the Essentials by Ellen release of dies and stamps on this blog hop. These are the products that I use to create a clean and simple holiday card. This set is called Brushstroke Christmas. It has some large, nice sentiments, and there are several coordinating dies. There's a peace, joy, love, and then that last one has a bunch of different sentiments plus the merry and bright. Now I use the joy stamp to create this card here. So I stamp the joy and then I use the die, this die right here, to inlay it behind the stamped joy. And it's nice because the stamp and the die are not exactly the same size, so you can get kind of this nice offset look. Now the packaging is really awesome. It's this durable plastic and it doesn't have that sticky strip that gets caught on everything. So I'm going to pull this piece out because that's the one I'm going to make next. And the dies actually come with a magnetic sheet inside the packaging. So you'll see that your dies won't move all around the package. It's really awesome. So I'm going to pull that die out. And the first thing I'm going to do is take this Avery L set called Finished Frames. I'm going to take the outside and the inside frame on a piece of Nina Solar White cardstock. And I'm going to use my magnetic platform to stick it down there and make sure that they're centered exactly. And then when I pull it apart, you'll see I have an outside and an inside. So I'm going to start with that inside, and I'm going to take my sentiment and I'm going to stamp it with Love Letter Memento Luxe ink, which is a pigment ink. And you can see I got my Stamp-A-Ma-Jig here ready. So I'm going to stamp it down, and just in case, this is kind of my insurance, I'm going to take my Stamp-A-Ma-Jig and put it right there against my acrylic block. So that way if I don't get good coverage, I can easily put more ink on my stamp and stamp it again and end up in exactly the same spot. But I didn't need to, so it was good. Anyway, so I'm going to clear emboss this because it's a pigment ink. And you can see that I heat the back and the front of the paper, and that helps a lot with the warping. Now that my sentiment is stamped, I'm going to take the die, and you can place it anywhere you want, but I placed it with just a little bit of overlap. And then I'll run that through the Sizzix. And then when I pop it out, you can use your paper piercer to poke it into the little holes in the back, and then the sentiment will pop out. Now I decided to clear emboss this sentiment to make it stand out a little bit. So I just have a little piece of scratch paper that I'll hold it in place, and then use Versamark ink to cover it, and then also some clear embossing powder. And then I'll heat that to set it. And this scratch paper will make sure I don't have to really get my hands near it while the heat gun's going. Now this sentiment also comes with a set, just on earth. And I just stamped it with some VersaFine Black Onyx. And then the set also comes with a variety of different stars, so I'm going to stamp a few of them here in Versamark ink. I'm just sort of figuring out where I'm going to put them. I'm going to make a little triangle to make it balanced. And then I've got some Ranger fine gold embossing powder. So I'm going to heat that up, and it's going to give it a nice shiny finish. Now for my card base, this is a 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 inch folded card base. And rather than add another layer, I'm just going to ink directly onto the card base. This is Love Letter and a sponge dauber, and because it's a pigment ink, it goes on really easily, just like paint. And I'm just going to do the edges because that's all that's going to show. And then I'm going to take my outside piece and line it up where it's going to go because I want to adhere the inside piece first. So I marked it with a pencil where my inside piece needs to go, and I'll take a tape runner and put it right where I marked it with my pencil. And then my piece, I didn't put any tape runner on the piece holes, so I'm going to take a 2A glue pen and just make sure I get those secured down. Now I'll take the embossed piece and my 2A glue pen, I'm just going to kind of put the glue on the back of it. And then you can see I grabbed my paper piercer to see if I needed it to kind of wiggle it into place, but I didn't need to at all. And then I'll take my outside frame and I want to pop this up. So rather than popping up the inside, I'm going to pop up the outside to make it just a little bit different. And these are just some foam adhesive. And I'll stick it right there on there. It usually takes me a few tries because I like it to be perfect. So as long as you don't press down hard, you can take it off and put it back on. And there you have it. So it's a pretty easy card to make, nice and simple, and I think it's got a really cool look with the overlap of the sentiment and the die. And I also created the joy one. Here it is again, so you can see that. And I used Avery L Aquamarine ink for that card. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed it. Hope you have fun on the blog hop, and I will see you next time. Thanks for watching.